It was a busy day at the state capitol. The DFL held several meetings today to discuss their priorities for the 2023 session and how they plan to push the new legislature forward. One of the most impassionate moments of the day came when several state leaders joined other nonprofit housing organizations to talk about plans for stable and affordable housing. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this afternoon's rally.
All Minnesotans deserve the opportunity to be successful. That means every Minnesotan deserves a safe and affordable place that they can call home. Stable housing is a huge component to success in all facets of our life, whether it's employment, health, children in school. It's vital. Housing is the foundation for almost everything else we do in the policy arena. It's been clear for quite some time that Minnesota is facing a housing crisis. The need for more housing is not solely an urban or a rural issue, but one that impacts communities all across Minnesota. And how we respond moving forward will determine if we are going to maintain our economic competitive edge as a high quality of life state.
I've been commenting to my colleagues for the last week or so. When we got sworn in, I have never felt an energy in this building like we did that day. And it wasn't just because we're here together. It felt good to be here together. But it's because there's a sense of hope, a sense of opportunity, a sense that we're going to make this year the most productive legislature in the history of Minnesota. And in no place, in my humble opinion, is that more warranted than our need to finally address our affordable housing crisis here in Minnesota. Now, I brought a little visual aid to help underscore this. If this jug of water represented our entire state general fund budget, do you know how much money we spend on housing? Is it half? Is it a quarter? It's less than this teaspoon right here. I was going to actually pour it out, but the speaker gave me good advice to kind of just use it as a prop. Is that enough?
Wow, good afternoon, Minnesota. On behalf of all Minnesotans, thank you for being here. Thank you for lifting up the voices who sometimes don't get heard in this space. Thank you for lifting up the voices who we know deserve to be heard in this space. All these great leaders are here. All of the support was here on this issue of dignity and housing. The only question I would have is, why would you not be here on this issue? Why would this not be a top priority? If you hear us talk about making Minnesota the best state in the country for children and family and people to live, none of those things happen if the foundation of stable housing is not there. Whether that is alleviating and eliminating homelessness or it's providing affordability and stability. There is no reason that someone working a full-time job in Minnesota cannot afford to have a place they call home. That is simply unacceptable. We are in a unique and an incredibly important position. We have the political will of the folks who are standing up here to move this issue forward. We have the economic ability with the state surplus and a strong economy to move this issue forward. And in all of the years that many of you have been coming here, and we have been trying to get budgets, and I'm proud that we were able to move some things, we've not yet seen the transformational type of budgets that truly attack this. It is not good enough to say we want to eliminate homelessness and provide stability. We must lay out a plan on how to get there that is measurable and, most importantly, is fully funded to make it happen. That's what happened.
I got pretty fired up listening to Governor Walz, and I was like, man, I really like that guy. And it's exciting because we get to work together, and we get to work together with all of you and with all of our allies and our friends in the legislature as well to make sure we are doing everything we can to bring people home. I've shared my story before, but it bears repeating, which is that I am standing here in front of you today as Lieutenant Governor because of a Section 8 housing voucher. I'm standing here because of programs that lifted our family up, and now I get to pay that back and pay that forward. And this is the year for us to be able to do that work. We have to get loud about this issue. And as the governor said, I don't know why you wouldn't be here. Because we hear about this issue everywhere we go. And I can tell you that every senator and every member of the House heard about the need for accessible, affordable housing everywhere they went in their district. So that is why we're here and why we have to make sure that everybody shows up. The energy in this room makes me feel hopeful. The energy in this room gives me like just pep in my step as we are going to fight this fight to make sure that we are ending homelessness and we are making sure that everyone has a place to call home in this state. I can feel the momentum. I can feel the kickstart. I can feel that y'all are going to ask for results and, as the governor said, measurable investments. And I trust that this is just the beginning of the work we need to do together.
Keep watching CBS News Minnesota for continuing coverage.